My name is Ericka Ison. My TAFE ID number is 476179868. A copy of my license. This recording will be used for the purpose of my education and training only and will be viewed, used and stored per TAFE Queensland's privacy policy, which is available on the TQ website and only accessed by TAFE Queensland staff. Do you both provide your consent to be recorded in this activity and for TAFE Queensland to use this recording for education and training purposes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Good morning, Mark and Lisa. Thank you for both joining today's meeting. I just want to start out by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we meet today, and I pay my respects to their elders past, present and emerging. The purpose today is to agree on the project's risk management approach for the Righteous Bean staff room renovation. So we're going to identify some potential risks, agree on some priorities and discuss some treatment options. The next step after this meeting will be for me to develop our formal risk management plan and risk register to send to you both. We all okay with that?
Yeah, thanks, Ericka. Yep. Yeah, thanks, Ericka. I'm glad we're tackling this early. Risk management is pretty critical for keeping the project on track.
Yeah, completely agree. From the building side, I've seen projects go off schedule and without proper risk planning. So this is a good step.
Perfect. So today's meeting, we will follow the Righteous Bean risk management procedure, which includes 6 steps. So establish the context, identify, analyze, evaluate, treat, and monitor or review risks. This will align with industry standards and ensures compliance with safety and financial controls as well.
Yeah, that sounds pretty consistent with what we've used in other projects. As long as it keeps us compliant with workplace health and safety and budget policies, I support it.
Yep, I agree too. And from a contractor's perspective, it's clear and workable.
So I propose that we use 4 key risk identification methods. Number 1 is brainstorming with the project team and contractors, pretty much like what we're doing now, just with those external members. Reviewing past Righteous Bean projects for lessons learned, consulting compliance checklists such as workplace health and safety and electrical safety requirements. I think that's a pretty important one. And then also your site inspections and walkthroughs just to identify any physical risks that we see. Did you guys both agree with these 4 methods?
Yeah, I think that's pretty comprehensive. Lessons learned are particularly important. We've had issues with suppliers in the past.
Yeah, and site inspections are essential too. A walkthrough usually uncovers hazards that paperwork alone won't really catch.
Yeah, perfect. That's what I thought as well. Perfect. So based on preliminary reviews, I've identified 5 main risks. So 1 is appliance cost overruns. The 2nd is delays with electricians. The 3rd is cafe disruption. The 4th is flooring durability, and then also workplace health and safety incidents during the renovation. How do you see these risks affecting the project? Mark, maybe you first.
Yeah, from my point of view, budget overruns and workplace health and safety incidents are probably my biggest concern. We can't really afford injuries or blowing past the $50,000 allocation.
Yeah, also scheduling electricians is a real issue. We're seeing high demand in their services, so booking early will be really important. And the cafe disruption is manageable if we work around the trading hours.
Perfect. So maybe let's agree on some priorities. So we'll just take those 5 risks and maybe we'll just prioritize them to which ones we want to focus on the most. So I think probably workplace health and safety incidents is the highest priority. Electrician delays, I'd probably put just under that as just a high priority in itself. Appliance costs, I'd say medium to high. I think that we can sort of mitigate with a bit more research and quoting. Cafe disruption is probably at a medium, and then your flooring durability is also at a medium. Do you both agree with prioritization?
Yeah, workplace health and safety definitely has to be top priority. No compromises there. Yeah, cost overruns are probably second in my mind.
Yeah, I agree as well, but I would put the electricians alongside costs as high. Without them, everything gets delayed. And otherwise, I agree with the list though.
Okay, yep, that's fair. So thinking about treatment for those 5 risks with your workplace health and safety, maybe we can put in some mandatory inductions. Maybe some of those can be with compliance with Workplace Health and Safety Act 2011, which I believe is the most recent, and then also maybe some daily risk assessments. As far as the electrician delays, maybe we can just secure availability early with a backup contractor just in case anything does happen with the main contractor that we already have booked in for the works. Appliance costs, I could probably get multiple quotes and then maybe include like a 10% contingency in there just in case they do go out a little bit, just to make sure that we're prepared. Cafe disruption, we could maybe schedule some works outside of those peak cafe hours just to minimize that disruption. So that would be like your noise, your dust, things like that. We could just bring that down to a minimum. And your flooring durability, I think we should just choose industry certified material and maybe try to get one with a bigger warranty on it as well, so that if anything does happen down the track, we do have that peace of mind in there. Do you guys have maybe any feedback on that?
That sounds pretty sensible. Just make sure any extra spending stays within contingency. I don't want any surprises later.
Okay.
Yeah, well, from my end, definitely early bookings for electricians is essential. And I'd also suggest that we fence off the work area so that we can minimize that cafe disruption and just improve safety overall as well.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea, Lisa. 100%. Okay, cool. Well, we got through that pretty painlessly. I think we've agreed on the risk priorities and treatments. I think the next step would be for me to prepare that risk management plan and then also that risk register, which I'll circulate for you for review, and that will be stored on the internet as per the Righteous Beans policies and procedures document. So do you guys have any other comments at all?
I think that sounds pretty good. Just keep me updated on any changes in risk levels during the project.
Yeah, and I'll confirm with the electricians for their availability this week so that we can lock that in early.
Okay. Thank you so much for the both of you. I know that these meetings seem like they're never ending, but it really is important that we get through this so everything runs as smoothly as possible. So I appreciate both your time today. I'll get those documents out to you once I've prepared them. Any questions in the meantime, just feel free to reach out.
All right, great. Thanks, Ericka.
Okay, thanks, guys. See you.
Thanks, Ericka.
Bye.
Yeah.